Well, while I had a chance to do the press launch for the TT safety issues, we also were talking with Derek Flint, who's been my source of information, font of knowledge for many a year as the liaison. But you're going.
I am, yes. Unfortunately, my injuries have caught up with me, and I'm listed for a bilateral hip replacement. So my combative days are over.
Is that all that? Hello.
It's, I described it to somebody as having the mind of an endurance athlete, the body of an impending cripple, and the stubbornness not to do anything about it and listen to what your body was telling you. So it's been coming for a long time, but this year's been the sort of watershed. So yeah, it means that I can't be operational anymore, and so I'm going a little bit earlier than was the plan. But you know, a lot of fondness to look back on, and obviously a future to look forward to.
Okay, you've been doing this job for how long?
I'll be doing it 27 years, 2 months and 2 days.
Must be amazing changes over that time, though.
It has. I mean, I worked in two forces, as you know. I did my first 8.5 years with Lancashire, and then moved to the island in June 1998. So I've seen 4 chief constables. Robin Oak was here when I first transferred. Then Mike Culverhouse came. Then Mike Langdon, and of course now Gary Roberts, the first Manx chief constable. And it is amazing actually when you look back through the odd photograph you come across in an annual report or something, and see how many people have gone and come, and it's an ever-evolving world, and policing by its very nature is probably going through more change than I think it has in its last 150 years. So there's a lot of interesting and exciting times ahead.
I think the big thing at the moment has been the way that social media has made your job quite different, because you always relied on traditional media, although I'm not quite traditional, but you know, the usual ways of getting things out. Now you can bypass all that and get your messages across. Good, bad?
I think it's good. I mean, the public have a right to know what's going on, and a lot of the information that we need to put out is real time. So whether that's informing the public that a road's closed because of a serious incident on the roads, or whether we've got a high risk missing person that we need to get out there, we're getting that information out, and we're reaping the benefits from it very, very quickly. The public engage with us. They've really, you know, taken on board what we're trying to do with social media. And you look at the number of followers we've got now; it's up in the 80s and 90s of thousands.
You do leave yourself open there to people, you know, the keyboard warriors sort of thing that have a go at you.
They do, but and you know, there's good bits from that. If you read some of the embedded comments, then there's quite often nuggets there in terms of, well, how can we do this better? But the great thing is as well, if somebody's talking nonsense, the rest of the public will gang up on them anyway, and that's quite a beautiful thing to watch, and it actually makes you realise how much public support there is for the police over here. And I know, you know, when we started putting on things like drug arrest results and stuff like that, it really steeled the drug squad in terms of them understanding that the public appreciated what they do, because they were quite often the unsung heroes. But it was great to get that feedback, and we do read, analyse, listen to what people are telling us, and when they have a bit of a backhanded swipe at as well, you know, there's quite often good reasons. Sure. So we learn from it.
Well, I'm thinking, like, these days now, if you're looking for a person or there's a CCTV image, you're trying to track, sometimes you get the response within minutes.
You do, and there's nowhere to hide. I remember one of the first ones I did when I set up the one of the first pages up in the north, and we had somebody during the snow being towed around the rugby field on a big rubber tyre. It caused some damage to the rugby pitch. There was 15 rugby players who weren't very happy with what was going on. We solved that within 45 minutes. A bit of reparation, a bit of an apology, and the job was sorted. And I think that shows the real power of what can be achieved with it. And you know, I'm handing the media side of things over to Gavin Callow. He's more of an evangelist than I am on the social media. I think we've only just seen the start of what we might achieve with that.
Okay, just to finish with, though, I mean, it's not been all plain sailing as far as the size of the force, the resources of the force. You've seen the cutbacks over the last few years. Has that impacted, or is that something you can't get into?
No, it has impacted, but I think the thing with policing and having done, you know, it in the UK and doing it here, we just hunker down and get on with it. And yeah, there's a bit more pain. Eventually it does get to the stage, and we're seeing the you know, we're reaping what we sowed in the UK now. It's 20,000 less officers. I speak to colleagues regularly across there. They really are feeling that pain. We've just got to keep a weather eye on that and make sure that we ride the edge of the envelope and be efficient and as effective as we can. But we've just always got to make sure we've got enough resources. The problem is that policing is changing beyond all recognition. You look at high-tech crime, financial crime, that takes it away from that core neighbourhood purpose which Robert Peel set things up for in 1829, and that's what we've got to watch. If we can maintain that, keep ahead of the envelope with the scientific advances and everything, then the future's good, and I shall watch from the sidelines with interest.
Well, I hope it all goes well. Are you going for the Zimmer look afterwards, or the wheelchair, or just a walking stick? How long will it all take?
I have every faith in the Isle of Man NHS service to get me back on my feet in fairly short order. So, I'm going to end up with a better set of mechanics, and I've just got to make sure that I don't let the mind of the endurance athlete take over again and wreck it twice. So, lots to look forward to.